The Mercedes S-Class door shut. Like a bank vault, they say. No. We gotta fix this. Alright, so most of you already know of the problematic issues with the door strikers on these W126, W123 cars. More often than not, what you got is a broken piece of plastic down here below. This is all sort of shattered. If the plastic is all broken on your door striker, the door will simply not shut correctly. You'll need to slam it every time you shut the door, and that's just not good. So today, what we're going to do is replace the door strikers on our S-Class, but not in the way you might think. Alright, so the first thing we've got to do is break these 4 5mm hex heads loose, which I've already done. What you want to be careful when you do this, you might want to spray I knew that mine were a little loose already, but you might want to spray a little WD-40 or PB Blaster on these and let it soak for a few minutes before you dive in here, because you don't want to be breaking bolts off in your car. So stand by, we're going to take this thing off of here. Alright, so before you remove it all the way, and you don't want to move this without marking it, and just a simple lead pencil will do fine. What you want to do is mark a couple of corners, okay, because when you put it back on there, obviously you want to get it back on there in the right orientation, or your door will not shut correctly. Alright, so that's what it looks like once you take it off. You note that we have a nice lead pencil line around there, and a lot of time you'll see a dirt line anyway, but the pencil line just helps us in the long run when we install the new one. So also keep in mind that you may or may not have shims on the back side of these. Do not lose these. You'll be lost if you do. Alright, pardon the air conditioning noise in the background. I'll try to keep this brief. So this is the new part. This is the original Mercedes part that the car came with. Obviously this one is all broken up and nasty inside, and the door has a hard time shutting. Here's the new part, and everything is nice. All the rubber is nice and new. So here's the deal. This part is poorly made in Taiwan, China, or wherever the hell it is. I bought it from I got it from one of our favorite Euro parts retailers, and this part is made by Mile, however you pronounce that. I really don't know, don't care. Alright, so this is obviously made in Germany by Germans. Okay, so I want this piece to retain on the car. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to transplant all the guts out of this guy into this guy. Now this guy will be a German frame, or a German piece of metal with some Chinese rubber inside it, but hey, that's the best you can do to retain the originality of your Mercedes. On the other hand, yes, I could have gone to the Mercedes dealership and given $150 a piece for these. No, I'm not going to do that. This is the best, since I'm a little cheap, this is the best thing that's going to happen for my car. Also, I will note that these flanges on this part are not precisely level. They're just a bit off, and the ones from Germany are perfect. Okay, so we're going to take this over to the bench vise, and we're going to take this out and put these guts in this guy. Alright, so to make our job a little bit easier, what we're going to do is, let's see, can you see that? Yeah, okay. So we'll just put a little WD-40 down inside this guy to aid the extraction. And that actually soaks down in there pretty nicely. That's good enough. All right. And then we're simply going to place this on the vise just like that. And we'll take an ordinary screwdriver, and we'll hold this in like this, and I'll tap on the other. I'll do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. How easy was that? Okay, now that leaves you with, well, basically nothing. inside this guy. All this stuff's nasty in here. We're going to clean this guy up. I'm going to clean this up first, and then we'll do the transplant. All right, now we've got to pull the rubber out of the new one. There we go. Very, very simple. And now all we have to do is extract this guy that's got a little metal nipple. Yes, I said nipple on camera. You pull that out and there you go. Done. All right, now wipe this down a little bit. All right, so now we're going to do the installation of this small rubber piece into the old part. So you can see the hole right there, and this will slip up inside. A little flange will come through the big hole there, and you're going to take that small nipple and slip it inside that little hole there. This is somewhat erotic. All right, but I got through it without a snicker. All right, now we're going to put the big piece in there. So the one thing you have to keep in mind when you're doing this is that in these parts there is there's a metal piece in here, right? That little guy right there, and it stays in there. It's like I don't know. I guess it's for rigidity. Holds everything together, and where it goes in this slot right here. Okay, so you need to make sure it gets in there straight. All right, again, this is the driver's side door. Okay, and this simply slips in here like this. The brass insert, you want to make sure it's flush with the end here, and obviously again this metal piece inside here, you want to make sure it slips down in those grooves. Okay, now I've already done one of these and I did it by hand. I didn't have to put it in the vise or anything. Maybe we'll get lucky here and it'll slip right in there like the other one did. Uh-oh. So much for luck. That shouldn't be a big deal. We can slip that metal piece in there by hand, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that's easy. Done. So this metal piece will basically orientate the rubber insert like this way or that way. It'll keep it straight, in other words. It'll keep it aligned. All right, we are done. All we got to do is wipe that down a little bit and put it on the car. All right, so I've got my shim that came off of the car back on there, and all we have to do is slip this guy in here and screw it down. Okay, so inside here, this plate on the back, it moves around. Okay, you see that? They move around. That's how you orientate the striker. Okay, I've got all 4 screws in, loosely I might add, so that I can, let me get my hand out of the way, so I can, they're in there loose, so I can move this guy up or down or left or right? And you can see my, my pencil line. So what I'm going to do is use one hand and move this thing and line it up with the pencil line, and then I'll use the other one with the wrench and tighten these down. All right, that's it. We're done. I tightened those down to, I don't know, I guesstimated on it. I didn't even use a torque wrench or anything. Probably about 20 foot-pounds, about like your oil pan drain plug, I would say, maybe a little less. I don't think they need to be really tight, so here's the, let's see, here's the first stop right there. Okay, so you can take it about right here and just give it a gentle nudge. And hey, there you go. There's your Mercedes door slam. Well, not a slam, it's a gentle shut. Real nice and delicate. Real easy. I could do this all day long. Fantastic. And I did the back door earlier. Real easy. All right, that'll do for now. I appreciate you guys watching. Thumbs up if you like the video. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Every subscriber really helps. I'd love to get to 1,000. That's my goal. Take it easy.